Hi guys, it's Maxie here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a while and I just want to apologize really quickly to all of you who are subscribed and just anyone who supports me by watching my videos. I just want to say that I'm sorry I haven't uploaded anything in the last 2 months. It's kind of been a rough ride for me. But I want to make a promise to you guys that I am going to do better and I'm going to work hard on uploading at least once a week. I really want to bump that number up to 2, but we'll see how that goes. And yeah, I know a lot of you guys believe in me and I don't want to disappoint you guys. And so we're almost at 100 subscribers. So like I just want to again say how appreciative I am that you guys take the time to watch me and support me. Yeah, and I am going to do better. So with all of that being said, today's video is going to be about like my 2-month update on hormones. I've been on hormones for 64 days now, so we're just right above the 2-month mark. And basically, I'm just gonna go over really quickly what hormones are, what HRT is, and what the process is, and like kind of the changes that you might expect for those of you who may not know. And then after that, I'm just gonna go over really quickly like the first month experience, and then the second month the experience, and kind of like all the physical changes I've been noticing on my body, and then as well as like the mental and the emotional changes, because it also involves all of that. With all that being said, before we start today's video, I just want to remind you guys really quickly, if you aren't already subscribed and you like this channel, to please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video, and hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And just really quickly again, if you guys like the video, please don't forget to smash that like button. It helps me out a ton and it just helps the channel grow. So I would really appreciate it if you guys could just please smash that like button. Okay, let me stop begging for likes now. Okay, so hormones. You often hear people refer to it as HRT, which stands for hormone replacement therapy, and just think of it almost like a second puberty. What the whole process entails is that you're basically swapping your original hormones for the desired ones. So if you're a male, you produce testosterone. If you're a female, you produce estrogen, and you just kind of like swap the two. And basically what this does to your body, it causes a whole bunch of changes. Like your body will start to develop feminine-like features. Your face will start to get like a more rounder shape. Your skin starts to soften and become like more sensitive. The hairs on your face and your body will start to slow down in growth, and they will start to thin out. You also start to lose muscle mass in certain areas like the arms and the shoulders, and as well as fat redistribution in like the arms, shoulders, and like stomach area, places where generally fat is stored for men. The new fat will start to redistribute down to areas where it's typically for females, so that means like the thigh area and the waist area and the buttocks, your chest area. And then you also start to develop breasts. Males and females both have nipples, and we both have the same organs here. So when you take estrogen, it's kind of like, again, like another puberty, and it's telling your body like, okay, we can grow now. And as far as your downstairs area, you will start to lose testicular volume, so the whole area will kind of shrink. You'll get decreased erections, and you might lose the ability completely to have an erection, and you'll also stop producing sperm. So obviously hormones is a really big thing because a lot of these effects are permanent. So it's a really big decision for someone to take hormones, and it puts the body through a lot. I just also want to say that like every trans person is different. You don't need to be on hormones to be trans. You can be trans and not be on hormones. Some people are completely okay with their body, and if they identify as a man or a woman, then they're a man or a woman. Whatever they identify as, what they identify as, and like that's it, period. If they're a woman, if they say they're a woman, then they're a woman. Like you don't need to be on any hormones. You don't need to look a certain way. You don't need to have long hair. You don't need to be feminine. If you identify that way, then you identify that way. So just wanted to sum that all up really quickly. Okay, and now that you guys kind of know a little bit about the process of hormones and what it does to you, I also want to mention really quickly that there's different ways of taking hormones. You can take them like orally with pills. You can take them, I think like there's injections you can take, and there's also like skin patches. It's kind of something that you got to discuss with your doctor. What's the best option for you. Me personally, I am taking them orally and daily, so I'm just taking pills every day. So yeah, that's kind of it for like all the hormone talk. So now let's just talk about me. So the first month of me being on hormones, I feel like was really slow. Like I didn't really feel much. I didn't feel like much was changing, but like right away in the first few days of taking hormones, I noticed that like the erections were like slowing down. I was getting them less frequently, and kind of like where I'm at, it just like started to become less frequent. And where I'm at now is like I almost never get them, and like I haven't had for days. So that's really nice. Like, you know, I didn't need that reminder down there and that randomness going on. Because, you know, if you're a guy, you know it happens randomly or whatever. But yeah, so it was just really good to get that feeling out. So that was nice. One of the effects I felt right away. So yeah, it was just like really slow the first month, and as well as like decreased erections. My libido also went down, so that's your sex drive. It basically just went away. I had no urge, no sex drive, nothing. So yeah, I feel like in the first month it was just very like I just felt like not much changed, and then like I just feel like I got kind of like a certain like calmness. I felt like I just like was feeling more chilled out, and I feel like that feeling might be like the testosterone like leaving my body and just getting used to like all the estrogen that's coming in. And I've heard other trans girls also describe like in the first month, I don't know how to describe it myself, but like a mental fog almost. Like, I don't know, it's like your whole body's getting used to like all the chemical changes in your brain and stuff. I don't really know how else to describe it, but you know, if you're trans, you know what I'm talking about. So I felt that in the first month, but as far as like any physical changes, I feel like I didn't really see or notice any. So now let me talk about the second month. The second month is when like things really started to pick up for me, and I really started to like notice the changes. And like I'm not sure if I just wasn't paying close attention enough to the first month, but I just felt like the second month just started going more rapidly. So another reason why I might have felt that way is because I upped my dosage in the second month. Basically, when I had my after 30-day visit on being on hormones, I went to the doctor, and you know he had asked me if I had started like breast budding or if I had like seen any other changes yet, and I told him about the erections and like the libido, but I was like I didn't start like breast budding yet. I honestly don't feel anything or see any difference. And then he just like reassured me that everybody's different. Some people start growing in like the first month, like right away. Some people can take 3 months to start feeling that. Some people take up to 6 months. You know, it's like everyone's body reacts differently on hormones. Because for the first month we started on like a medium dosage. He asked me if I felt comfortable, if I felt ready to up my dosage to the maximum level, and I was like, heck yeah, let's do it. Like full steam ahead. I want as much as I can take. And so right now, for the second month, I'm on like the maximum amount of hormones I can take. So I feel like that might be why I kind of felt like so much like picked up all at once. So let me talk about the physical changes in the second month I've been feeling. So I swear I feel like it's not just me, but like my face started to change. I'm gonna show you guys a picture of me in May around this time a year ago. You know, I had facial hair here, and I just like I was trying to be manly or whatever, but I just feel like when I look in the mirror, it's like so different. Like I just feel like I don't see that guy anymore that I used to see, and like I don't know, it's crazy. I feel like I've started to get like a more rounder face. In the total of the 2 months I've been taking hormones, I did lose about 8 pounds. That might be like decrease in muscle mass, so that might be me losing my muscles. But I haven't really been like, I have been eating a little bit more healthier. I've been like adding more greens to my diet, and I've been like really trying to eat a little bit healthier, so that can also be why I might have lost weight. So I'm not sure if that's like reduction in muscle mass or just me being a little bit more healthier. But I haven't really worked out at all, so I don't know how to describe the 8 pounds of like lost weight, but I did lose 8 pounds, so that can also be why my face might look a little different. And you know, my hair is also growing. You know, I'm growing it out, so you know, I might be shaping my face a little bit more. You know, I got like Doña Lucha type vibes, like Tigres del Norte vibes right here. But yeah, you know, it's getting there. I get a little frustrated with my hair, but you know, it's getting there. It's growing. Another thing I noticed was the hairs on my face and my body. Like it was growing slower. I'm still shaving my facial hair and my body hair because I want to do laser, and I'm saving up for that. So hopefully I do that soon. But if you're gonna do laser, like you can't wax or anything. So I think I'm just gonna start with my face, and I'll try to wax my arms going forward and my legs. But my face, I just really want that hair gone, and like I don't have to shave as frequently anymore, and I don't like it's not as like much. So those hairs started thinning out, which is really cool. I'm gonna talk about like what's been going down in my chest area because that's been changing. So just quick warning, I am gonna take off my shirt. Just, you know, I want to show you guys what's been going on there. I am wearing a training bra, so I'm not gonna be completely nude or whatever, but just quick warning if you don't want to see that. And yeah, so I'm just gonna do that really quickly and I'm just gonna change. Okay guys, I'm back and let me talk to you guys now what's been going on in my chest area. Honestly, like, I'm pretty shy about like being like this or whatever, but you know, I'm doing it for you guys and you know, to like, so I can see the progress and like for the community and just any other like trans girls who might be watching and you know want to see what's been going on in the first like 2 months. But yeah, so you know, this started growing and I had to start wearing training bras under my clothes basically in the last like few, like, I want to say a week and a half. I started like wearing training bras and I'm gonna explain why. This started growing, my chest started growing, so I guess breast budding started. And I know this because you know, like, okay, girl, like, the pain in my nipples was like out of nowhere, and then I just started to feel like, I feel like I just woke up one day and then like my nipples just started to hurt, and I'm like, girl, I have not felt this before. So that's how I knew that started to grow. Yeah, and I feel like before, like my nipples were like more, they were kind of like flat and just there, and like I feel like they have changed slowly. Like they're slowly getting bigger, and like I feel like before, like I said, they were just flat in there, and now it's like they're like erect or like kind of big like all the time, and it just feels very sensitive and it like hurts sometimes. Like some days aren't as bad as others, but that's when I was like, shoot, like I have to start wearing training bras because I started to realize that, you know, when I went outside and I was active, if I took the train or I walked a lot and I'm out and about in my day, if I wore just like a regular t-shirt, like depending on the material, like it would rub against my like nipples and it just hurt a lot, and I was just like, bro, like I was so over it. I was like feeling, I don't know, I was, you know, it just hurt and whatever. So I'm just like, okay, I think it's time to start, you know, shopping for training bras because, you know, the material on this is like a little bit more softer and, you know, doesn't move as much. But yeah, so this just started growing and I feel like, I don't know, like more fat started to gather here. Like it looks like a little bit more full, but like I feel like I already had man boobs before I started. Like I was a little chunky. So, and honestly, when I don't have a bra on and I just have my t-shirt, it kind of still looks like I have man boobs. So I don't know if it's just me thinking like, you know, if it's just me, like I already had man boobs and it kind of looks a little bit more, or if it's like the hormones, you know, more fat starting to gather around there. You know, maybe both. So, and then also I want to mention that, you know, I feel like, you know, the muscles on my shoulders just started to like disappear. Like I just feel like I lost so much muscle in my shoulders, like, and I've been getting more comfortable, like kind of just wearing tank tops now. Like I don't know, it's really cool. Like I feel like I've only been on hormones for 2 months, and like to see this kind of like going away, like this second month is kind of like where I'm really starting to like notice like all the physical changes and like all the craziness, and I don't know, I'm just happy. I feel like it's very like, the first month was very like, I was very impatient, and now I'm like really starting to like notice everything change, and I'm starting to feel different and just everything in general. So yeah, I think as far as all of this goes, I think I'm gonna put my shirt back on. Okay, I'm back, and so now let me kind of like, as far as like all the physical changes in the last 2 months, that's about it. I think I might have forgotten to mention something, but yeah, I think that's it. So now let me kind of just talk about the emotional changes I've been feeling. Girl, yo, I have heard other girls talk about the like the mood swings. Like I've watched other videos of girls transitioning and them talking about the mood swings, and like I feel like in the very like beginning-ish, like around like 3 to 4 weeks is when I really started to get mood swings, and even till now I feel like it calmed down a little bit, or it might be just me kind of getting used to it or whatever, like all the emotions and stuff. But I just feel like way more sensitive to like my emotions now. I definitely cried so much in the last 2 months that like I feel like I've never cried that much. And sometimes I don't know if it's just me being like sensitive because I'm already kind of like a sensitive person. I don't know if it's like, because you know, transitioning is an emotional time and it's very like, you know, emotional and it's very hard. So I'm like, I don't know if it's like just me personally or like the hormones, you know, kind of making me more emotional, making me like cry more. But you know, it might be both. But there's definitely a few times where I noticed like me kind of crying, like wanting to cry for no reason. Like I'd just be like having a good time with people or like be there, and then I just like feel like crying. Like I just get, I don't know. So I think that's like the mood swings. So now I kind of want to talk about the mental side of like everything. I feel like the mental side isn't really so much the hormones, but something you personally have to work on. Well, that's like my opinion, like for me at least. Because, you know, I feel like the mental part, like I heard some other girl who's transitioning say this, you know, like the hormones are gonna do its thing, you know, they're gonna help you feel like better, they're gonna like cause all those physical changes you might be looking for. And you know, the hormones are gonna do its thing, you know, you give it time, it's gonna do its thing. Like, but kind of like the mental part of it is like you have to work on it, because you know, you have to learn how to have like thick skin, and you're just like, you have to prepare yourself for like everything that's about to come in your new reality. Because like for me, at least for me, like I was living as a man like for the past like all my life, like all those years I was living as a man. And you know, socially with my friends and my family, they've all known me as a man or whatever. But in reality, you know, there was a girl in here who was just waiting to come out. But yeah, so you kind of have to mentally prepare yourself for all of that, because you know, there is a difference in how like men and women get treated socially. So just prepare yourself for all of that. And you know, certain male privileges you're gonna lose, like if you're wearing like some kind of like revealing stuff in the street or whatever. You know, typically when you're a guy, you know, you just get ignored in the street, right? But if you're wearing like, you know, something nice and you look really good and you're in the street, you know, guys are gonna notice that stuff, and you kind of have to prepare yourself for like, you know, unwanted interactions. And you know, it's unfortunate that, you know, women have to go through that, but it's just something that they do. So you have to be kind of more careful and just like prepare yourself for what's coming. And then as well as like, you know, you're becoming a woman, and that's your reality, you're becoming a woman. And like you have to be really strong, and like I said, you have to be really thick skinned. And you know, also the world doesn't exactly have, like, not everyone has a favorable view on trans women. I'm fortunate enough to live in New York City, where like most of the time I feel safe if I'm out dressed up or whatever, but I know that's not the reality for everybody. And I'm kind of just in this fortunate, like, in this very fortunate place, and like in this amazing city that's so diverse and open. Something I've been doing is like in the last 2 months, especially, I've been just educating myself and just like studying a lot of like very strong trans women and their careers, and you know, things that they accomplish. Because for me, I'm like, man, I'm out as trans now. Like I was like, what if people discriminate me? You know, what if, you know, this and that? You know, what if I get attacked? But you know, when you watch other trans women and see like the things they accomplished, it kind of helps you, because you're like, you know, these women went through the same thing as you, and you know, they're striving and they're being their best selves. And you know, that's inspiring. Well, at least for me, that's inspiring. And you know, I kind of want to set that example too for other trans girls who may be watching this, because you know, helped me out a ton to watch other girls videos on, you know, what they were experiencing. And I kind of want to be that example too. And you know, just reassure you guys that it's completely worth it. And if you're sure this is what you want to do, I'm sure it's gonna make you so much happier. And then also, like, really quickly, like the mental thing, just really preparing yourself to, like, when you look in the mirror, like not recognizing the old person that used to be there, and getting used to like the new you, or like the new like version of you, because your body is changing. And you know, it's just something you have to work on. Like if you don't recognize yourself, you know, it's kind of a strange feeling. Like when I look at myself in the mirror, I'm just like, who is that? Like, I mean, I like it, like I like her, and but I'm just like, whoa, I don't, like, I'm starting to, especially now, I'm starting to not recognize how I used to look. And I might show like a few pictures here of how I used to look, because I don't know, I was trying my hardest in the last few years to be very masculine, kind of just prove to myself that I was a man, even though deep inside I knew I wasn't. But it was kind of like my last run, like my last attempt. So I'm here now, and I'm out, and I'm trans. And you know, the mental thing is like, I really want to work on like really proudly saying I am trans, I'm a trans woman, and being really proud of that and owning that, because it's something that, you know, was very difficult for me. Like if you guys go back, or if you guys watch my first video, I didn't even identify myself as trans. And like I still had trouble admitting it to myself, even though I've known since I was 13. Like since I was watching like other girls transition, I always knew it was something I wanted to do, and I was so sure of it. Really working on that mental side of things, of being trans, is something, you know, and really feeling confident. And like I said, you know, the hormones do its thing, but you gotta work the mental too. So that's just really quickly everything about all of that. So if you made it this far to the video, I just want to thank you for watching it this long. I know this is a long one. You know, I hope that this video is helpful to other like trans girls or people thinking who are transitioning. You know, I think a lot of our feelings are like very relatable, and I know it helps me to watch other videos of other people, what they're going through, other trans girls who may be watching this. And I just want to tell you, if you're trans, live life for yourself and do what's best for you. You're stronger than you think you are, and you can get through it. And I really want to see all of us thrive. So yeah, and if you're not trans and you're just like curious about the whole experience and you're just watching this video just to be, I guess, educated, then a big thumbs up to you. And like, I applaud you guys for getting educated on like trans issues and just everything in general. And just thank you to whoever stayed all the way to the end to watch this video. But that's about it. Really quickly, if you're not already subscribed and you like this channel, please hit that subscribe button down below and the bell notification so you know you're notified every time I upload a new video. And lastly, don't forget to smash the like button, and hopefully you guys leave some comments. Like, leave any comment. I want to reply to all the comments. I want to get to know you guys. You know, follow me on Instagram and you can see my life a little bit more personally, and hit me up. You know, I'll probably respond if I have time. And like, I just want to get to know all of you guys. I am so grateful that even, I know I only have 80 something subscribers, but I'm so grateful for every single one of you guys just taking the time to watch me and just support me. And like, it means a lot because it's just been a wild ride. But now for real, let me end the whole video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll probably see you guys next week. Bye.
Mata el sentimiento y me destruye bien adentro. Si tan solo una llamada, tan siquiera envío un texto. Llámame al teléfono, llama a todas horas. Envíame un texto, baby, sin pretexto. Soy tuyo a todas horas.